For nearly 4 years, Lee and Cheryl have been searching Spain for their dream home. They want it as a place to breed snails.
So you can see him, he's giving it one.
And here in Comares, high above the Costa del Sol, they finally found the perfect property. And Lee immediately slapped a £2,000 deposit on it.
We'll definitely buy it. It's got everything we want. It's got water, it's got electricity. It's a lovely spot. You couldn't ask for better than this.
Well, the one thing he could have asked for was a road.
Imagine carrying 500 bricks down here.
And back in the cold light of Wales, it dawned on them they'd made a costly mistake.
You'd think after 3 years we'd have learned by now, but I've given the money to the agent and we've lost it, so all right, we'll swallow that. We'll call it a lesson in life. We're going over now in a week and we're going to rent a place over there for 3 months.
We're fed up of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We want to go over there, get a feel of the place and then just look for what we want.
Lee and Cheryl have only 3 days in Spain, which doesn't give them long to find a place to rent. But Lee has told Cheryl that with one phone call, he'll sort everything out before they've even left the airport.
Right.
Oh, come on, woman, he'd be gone home. Oh, a few extras. A few extras. Oh,
That's
right.
why I didn't want to... That's why I didn't want... All right. That's why I didn't want to open it.
Trouble is, the mobile phone seems to have become lost within the depths of Cheryl's lingerie collection.
Get the phone. You don't know what you've done with it, do you?
It's in a plastic bag.
Oh, I think I'd better look.
Why?
Because I'm better at looking than you. Lee, you're going to mess the stuff up.
Oh, look, we've brought an iron. Oh, well, that's just what we need.
You brought the iron. You brought the iron.
What do you want an iron for?
I don't. You brought it. Here. There you are. 30 seconds and I found it. Bras everywhere. Flipping the lot. Right. Phone number. Lynn. 635.
The man Lee is trying to contact is Lynn Saunders, an old partner in crime of Lee's from Newport, who now spends most of his time in southern Spain. Lynn has assured Lee he's got the perfect apartment for them and that he'll be waiting for their call.
No answer.
Great.
Right, message.
Welcome to Vodafone Airtel.
Oh.
So, uncertain what to do next, they fall back on that old faithful, the navigational row.
No, don't say of course, because you just went round the wrong way and we went round twice, so don't say it as if you knew. Here we go, Malaga.
All Lee knows is that Lynn lives just down the coast somewhere near Torremolinos, but he doesn't have an actual address. It's overcast and blowing a gale back in Caerphilly, so if only they could get hold of the elusive Lynn, they couldn't be happier. But 4 hours later, and Lynn is still proving hard to track down. Quite probably the reason he came to Spain in the first place.
Still, it's ringing.
Well, give him a chance, give him a chance. He's got to be there one day.
One day, yeah.
Unless he's left his phone somewhere.
Yeah, he's not there. No.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
We haven't got anywhere to stay yet because Lynn did say that when we were coming over, he would get an apartment lined up for us. And so he knows we're coming over, and I just think he's either
he's
forgotten...
gone on a pop, that's what happened, and he...
Yeah, I think he's either forgotten or as you
So
say,
we just have to wait, that's
left
all.
his phone.
But Lee is not a man who much enjoys waiting, so he decides to go for plan B. And they drive an hour along the coast to Torrox. Before they left Wales, Lee spoke to this property company and got rather excited about some low-cost bungalows and log cabins that they apparently had for immediate occupation. He also got excited about meeting what he described as the woman with one of the sexiest voices he'd ever heard.
Hi. And you've just lost me another bet, because you're not a bit like I imagined.
You did say that she would be blonde, though.
That's
you were
right,
right
that's
about
right.
that. People look like.
About 9
So, another disappointment for Lee, and there are more to come.
What were you looking for exactly? I got a little bit of idea, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, the one thing was you have some new bungalows on biggish plots of land.
Yeah, these are we haven't got any of the bungalows ready. These are all to be built.
Ah,
And here is all the information regarding it and plans.
okay.
These
Okay.
are the Spanish
Right.
type, and these are the wooden houses.
Oh, right.
So
wooden
these are the log
houses.
cabins. Ah, no, right. See, they're all. I like them. I really do.
We do like wooden houses.
They take 3 months to come, so they would be ready for end of this year. roughly.
Right.
Right. He did say, by the way, that you could put it up in a fortnight.
No, those are plastic. They're not wood.
Oh, right.
But we also got something which is an old cortijo that is about 60 or 70 square meters, but it needs renovation, but it's got 1,000 square meters of land with it.
Has it got water and electricity?
Yes.
Well, that's the main thing.
That's nearby, that's 110,000 euros.
Well, we'll have a look at that. Yeah.
This old cortijo would not be a temporary option for Lee and Cheryl, but on the off chance it might be the very property they're looking to buy, they decide to take a look.
What you said on the way in.
It's quickly apparent that the house is not really big enough. But Lee and Cheryl are curious because, according to Anne, it sleeps up to 10 people.
That is surprising.
As it turns out, she's right, but only because the 2 bedrooms are crammed wall to wall with, well, beds.
It hasn't got a bathroom, so you would have
Yeah.
to have a
Ah, right.
bathroom.
Yeah.
So one of these
But
rooms.
this is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
It's got 3 basic rooms.
God, there was 4 of them in here.
I think, to be honest, this would be a bit small.
And where would
You
the
know, it's a
bathroom
bit-
go?
Oh, right. I like it.
Oh, no. Oh,
The garden,
wow.
on the other hand, is very well appointed, and Lee is rather taken with the facilities.
Can you just about get
Well,
in?
you'll have to try it for size.
Right. Can I get in there? Oh, I can see you reading the paper.
He certainly could, but he'd be overlooked by the several thousand apartments now being built opposite. Anne now takes them high up into the hills, where she has some plots she thinks, for some reason nobody is quite sure of, might interest them. It's a long drive, made at least an hour longer by the fact that Anne is without doubt the slowest driver in the world. But at least at this speed, she can be sure not to miss any of the potholes. Hot, bothered and frustrated, Lee and Cheryl are not enjoying the ride.
Tarmac again now. Oh, there we are. We're back
We're
on
back on
tarmac.
tarmac
there we
now.
are. The magic.
Bit-
Oh, here we go. Oh.
And even when they eventually arrive at their destination, it's not really apparent why they're here.
We've got 7 plots here.
Right.
Got water and electricity, and we can put the bungalows or the log cabins.
Right. So that's.
So that's a typical...
That's typical one of the plots. Most of them got sea views. 2 of them only got mountain views.
Right.
And you can even have a telephone.
Oh, right.
Given what they're looking for is a place to move into in 3 weeks' time, the moment is a testing one for Welsh diplomacy.
It would be perfect for somebody else, I think.
It is for a holiday home. It'd be absolutely terrific.
Yeah.
But not for us, unfortunately. It's a bit remote. Complete and utter waste of time.
Complete waste of time. Think
So you must be pretty fed up.
Just a
more
little
or
bit,
less, yeah.
But I still feel that Lynn wouldn't let me down. If he says he'll sort something, he will.
Right.
But as I say, he's a bit like me. If he goes off on a on a bender, he's gone off on a bender. That's what's probably happened. So.
So, the following day, they're in their favourite watering hole, and Lee is making a tentative attempt to revive Plan A, with yet another call to Lynn.
Oh, I'm fed up with ringing this guy. I really am fed up.
Oh, shut up. Goodness sake.
No, there's no answer.
Luckily, there's a plan C.
Not ringing.
All right, we'll try again later. Don't worry
So,
about it.
there you go.
Overnight, Lee did manage to make contact with another couple of acquaintances who live down on the Costa. Mike and Susie have what they believe could be the perfect place for Lee and Cheryl. And the plan is to meet up here at the Dolphin for a late breakfast.
There we go. We knew you'd be there on time. You see. Go on.
Right, coming in and have a drink.
First thing to do is get a beer.
Right, get a beer. Get a beer.
Mike and Susie have lived here for several years, and they have a house about an hour inland from the coast.
And thanks for coming down on a bank holiday.
But what they have in mind for Lee and Cheryl is bang in the middle of Benalmadena Marina. If Lee and Cheryl go for it, they'll be rubbing shoulders with the elite of the Costa del Sol. There are some extremely impressive craft here, but sadly, the Alacan is not one of them.
With this monster
Oh,
here,
this is
the
it.
ground black one, is it?
All right.
This is it.
Okay.
Lee started his career in the Navy, but Cheryl is not one of life's natural sailors.
Go on. There you go. Hey.
Ooh, you don't run, don't run.
Fortunately for her, though, the Alacan is not about to set sail anywhere in the near future, since both her engines have seized up.
Yeah.
Everything could have been clean. We haven't been on it for 12 months, so...
Yeah. Well, yeah. You don't worry about that sort of
Right.
thing.
Downstairs, or rather below, there are two cabins.
On the left is the guest cabin.
Okay, let's have a little look.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
That'll do for you.
Yeah.
When you don't speak to me.
Yeah, that's a
wardrobe.
good idea.
Loo and shower
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
This is the main cabin.
It's the sexy cabin, that one.
Oh, right. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
Will that do? Well, how
It
about...
has got wardrobe space and
Oh, trust you.
Right, there you go.
You have to
How's that?
try it in your wardrobe.
You'll
Sit down
find it so
another loo.
relaxing
There you go.
sleeping on
And
here.
it's so
And
cool
this
It's
has
down
got
got
the
there.
shower.
portholes.
It's so cool
You've got
in
a
the summer.
constant breeze.
Yeah.
So, right, flybridge. We've actually got the screens up at the house
Right.
and the new Perspex, because Perspex goes crazy over here
That's
in the
right,
sun.
in the sun, yeah.
But we have got them.
It just needs TLC, I suppose.
Well, yeah.
Whichever way you look at it, the Alacan is not in peak condition, which perversely will probably just make Lee all the keener.
I'm a romantic. We've loved it for 7 years. I'd rather sell it to someone that also loves it rather than someone just... That's why it's not with agents. If we wanted to just get shot of it, we put it with agents.
So what are
Well,
we
what do
looking
you
on the
think?
death?
Money-wise,
Yeah.
what did we put it up for in the advert?
No, because we...
We was talking 42 in the advert, and I said we've got a strong buyer for 32. If you can equal that, because I don't like him, he's a very, very...
Well, we won't go into details.
Yeah, he's a naughty man, don't like him.
Really?
He's not for the boat. He just wants it purely for turning it over for money. We love the boat.
As ever, Lee appears to be teetering on the edge of decision, so Mike gives him one last nudge.
But if you want somewhere on the Costa that's cheap to live and lovely surrounded, you wouldn't get any better than this because it's going to cost you. I've just
Well, you
paid
wouldn't
for
get a
it.
flat for this one.
£60
No,
£60
that's
a week.
It's obviously tempting, but like all good deal makers, Lee doesn't want to appear too keen.
So I've got to talk to Cheryl
Yeah.
if you want to live on a boat, because this is, you know, it's no
As long
good.
as you don't move it, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
Lee's thinking is that they could live on the Alacan for a year, give it a lick of paint and get its engines going, and then sell it for a healthy profit.
It could be a nice boat once
Yeah,
it's done.
it's a super boat, in fact, and it's worth a lot of money when it was
When it
was
was
new,
new,
and when
yeah.
it was up and running. But no, I think it's a good project for us. Where else can we live for 60 quid a week in a place like this? I mean, it's absolutely super. And for the dogs, it's absolutely perfect because there's a bit of grass. We'll give him an offer tomorrow. I'll ring him up and offer him 25,000, and we'll go from there.
Though quite where the snails are going to go is anybody's guess. Another perfect day dawns on the Costa del Sol. And having spent 3 frustrating days searching for the elusive Lynn Saunders, Lee and Cheryl are due to fly back to Wales this afternoon.
Let me down. And I never ever thought he'd let me down.
Added to which, yesterday's surefire plan to buy this boat and live on it for a year has gone the way of all Lee's surefire plans and is now consigned to history. One way or another, he's not in a good mood.
And you giving me the verbals as well does not help.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah,
Just
well.
take the bag.
All right.
Cheryl, what's the situation?
Well, we still haven't been able to get hold of Lynn. We're on our way to the airport. This is the end of the trip. We've seen the boat. We're not particularly keen on doing the boat. We're not sure about it because it's going to tie us down for a little while.
Lynn! It's not. I don't believe it, Mush. Where have you been, for God's sake?
This is the guy.
I got
that-
earache off my missus. You've got an apartment. Oh,
Oh, thank God for
oh.
that. Talk about the 11th hour.
Las Palmas, what time? Well, it's 1:45 now. I'll meet you, all right, half an hour, the Las
Is it all right
Palmas.
for dogs?
Oh, Cheryl said, is it all right for dogs? It is. And a swimming pool.
excellent.
All right, I'll see you in
I
half hour.
don't care about
Cheers, mate. Bye.
So you got him?
Yeah, at last, and we're on our way home. Are you happy now?
Yeah, so
Right.
it takes dogs. I don't care about the swimming pool as long as it takes dogs. That's all right. So
So
let's
you're
go and have a
happy?
look. Yeah,
Right.
of course. Let's go and have a look.
Right.
Suddenly, Lee's cloud has lifted. His mate Lynn hasn't let him down, and the apartment is waiting for them. In fact, he's feeling so good he can't resist a quick celebratory argument over parking, or some such thing.
Don't start. I
don't
didn't
wanna
do
be
it.
leaving the car
Lee,
parked there.
just
Let's
stop
just-
it by here and I'll wait.
Back there.
I'll wait.
It says towing away, for God's sake.
I said I'll wait, and if somebody comes, I can drive it off.
He said it's round here to a freaking...
They seem to have got a little bit lost in their search for Lynn, but just as the row is about to get serious,
It's not down there. Whoa, 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 whoa. There he is.
Look, he's there. Hey.
There we are. We're in the right place.
Where have you been?
3 days we've been looking for you. 3 days. I've been trying to ring you. I've got phones. Look, I've got phones all over the
I
place.
know,
I've been...
It's been showing up on mine as an English
I
number,
am.
and I didn't know where to get hold of you. How are
I've
you
been
doing?
3 days. We've given up. We got nowhere to live. My wife is going to
Hello,
be
darling.
destitute.
So, no, listen, no problem. One other thing, by the way, we're in Spain now. You should come in that way. We're against the flow of traffic, but we'll let that go for a
All
bit.
right.
All right.
Listen, no problems. Lovely to see you. 5 minutes from here is your apartment. Okay? Do you want to see the apartment now, or do you want a cup of coffee?
No,
We've
we'd
got
better
to.
go and
If-
see it now because
Yeah.
we've got to catch a
We're going to see
plane.
it now, and then we've got to catch a plane.
Shampoo, tea, and blow dry.
it's been years since Lee and Lynn were ducking and diving together in the back streets of Newport, and Lee can't wait to bring Lynn up to speed on his numerous deals and high-powered scams.
Funny thing, I was driving over in Wales, and I went to a pub, and there was a 505 Peugeot diesel estate. And I went in this pub, and I said, who owns the car outside? And it was the landlord's. And I said to him, if you ever want to sell it, give me a ring. 12 months later, he phoned me up. He said, do you still want to buy my estate?
Used Peugeots, bootleg skateboard wheels, you name it, Lee's done it. Magic.
And he came back to us because the kids were going down the road and they were only made of Bakelite. And after they got 10 years, they'd all worn away and all the wheels had worn away. And then we bought, I think it was 5,000 or 6,000 toast racks. And I got that there. It was 3 cement mixers and, you know, yeah, they're clamping down now, aren't they?
Yeah. It's your car parking space.
Plenty of space to take the dogs up there.
Yeah, this is up until 2 years ago. This was barren land.
Yeah.
How about that?
This is terrific.
It's got a beautiful view too.
Lynn's apartment is just to the east of Marbella. It's clearly a popular spot because there's quite a bit of building going on.
What do you think of that for a view then?
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
Well, the best part is when I get up early in the morning, that all the dogs can go up there.
Close the gates.
And there's plenty of places you want to go jogging.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right.
It's a brilliant
The
site.
apartment itself, though, is big, bright and cheery and comes fully equipped.
This will do for us.
Well, it'll certainly do as a start, won't it?
Yeah. Well,
There's a
there's
little...
a pool.
Oh, yeah, you can see it through the
We don't know what the neighbours are like, do we?
I'll tell you what they're like. They're topless now and again. That's
The master bedroom, however, seems to resemble a crime scene.
I do.
Oh, there we are.
And the reason that I rang you up early on in the week, the guy did a runner.
Never.
Yeah, this is why it's available. This is a typical rental in that the people never pay the last month's rent. When they fall 1 month behind, and they invariably do, because there's a lot of drifters down here, they do a runner and they just up and go. There you are, Lee. What do you think of this now? This is the pool and the view.
That'll do.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's lovely.
And the pool.
This is Merv Forest Golf Course.
I don't know anything at all about it.
Nothing at all.
You should get the bug here because this is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Right, so you're happy with this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
it then.
nice.
Job done. It's fantastic. I think it's just what we want. Magic for us for 3, 4, 5 months, whatever.
While we're looking around.
While we're looking around. Go. The thing that I want to do, Lynn, you see, is I've got this idea. I want to breed snails.
Breed snails.
Snails. There's big bucks in snails, believe it or not. Right?
Have you got the money to shell out on that?
Yeah, but no, they.
What, just to sell the restaurants on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to race the bloody
No,
things?
to sell the restaurants for Escargot. If you go down to Marbella...
I've known Lee for probably 35 years. He's larger than life, but he's equally unpredictable. You don't know when you're going to see him next, if he's a millionaire or if he's skint, if he's up or if he's down. You just don't know.
Snails sleep vertical, OK? Then when they want to eat, they go up and go horizontal, and then all this food falls down.
Whichever way you look, he's either an eccentric or he's a nutter. And I can't make my mind up. I just know that he's got something there that should be preserved.
So the deal is done. The apartment is theirs for less than £100 a week, and Lee and Cheryl can finally start to believe that they are moving to Spain.
The flat looks magic.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, and it's cheap as well.
Yeah.
Don't want to live there the rest of my life, but for a short term, 3 or 6 months, well, 3 preferably, it'll be fantastic.
It's not exactly, obviously, it's not what we want to live in, but...
A bit untidy, shall we say.
But it's a good stopgap, and it's convenient for most places because we want to go inland from around this area anyway. So that's what we're doing. We're going home now, packing up, get the dogs, get the van and trundle back over here.
In the next programme, Cheryl celebrates her last day at work after 33 years.
And don't forget, call me.
Thank you. Thank you.
But Lee is noticeable by his absence.
We're not going to say anything against him now, so don't even think about it.
He's suffering from a serious case of cold feet.
Because everything you do, if you take the dog to the vet, is 50 quid. So you go in the pot and take 50 quid out.
So why have you only decided now that that is an issue? You've known this for many years. We've had dogs all our lives.
And he's even begun to question their relationship.
My thoughts at this moment, this precise moment in time, Cheryl, you can have half the bank account, go and live in Spain.
Whenever we have a little row, you say, oh, go off and find some other patsy to look after you. I don't need anyone to look after me.